Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for SUI render and FT price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna dive with SUI first on the daily here, where we have a potential zigzag towards the upside, finished wave A. You're looking here at a corrective wave, and a potential wave B can be finished or can be not finished yet, where you might be, of course, in a triangle here, which might take, of course, a longer time as an A, B, C, D, and an E. Now, this wave C, of course, it can be not finished yet. It can be an ABC towards the downside, as you can see, of course, a leading diagonal wave A, B, and a C, which it might be, of course, an impulse to be finished, of course, in a wave 5, and then finishing the wave C without taking the low, of course, and then moving, of course, for higher prices, again, for a wave D and an E, and then the wave C, major wave C, might unfold here as an impulse, of course, for new highs, meaning, of course, we might still range here, whether sideways or, of course, one more low to finish a wave C here, and then moving for a wave D for coming back to this area, potentially for the $3.5 for SUI. So these are the possibility. Of course, breaking this low here, which is a triangle, might be, of course, a wave C, meaning A, B, and a C might be unfolding here for lower prices, 1.42, 1-to-1 fib level taken from the A to the B to the C. So yeah, still too early to call this anyway. So in the micro levels for SUI. For SUI, we still here potentially in a triangle, so we gotta be careful because this triangle still potentially unfold like expanding here. A, B, C, and this is, of course, might be your zigzag as a wave C and getting a wave D and then wave E and then dropping down. And that means, of course, this wave 4 might still be in play there for an A, B, C, D, E. So let me put labels for an A, B, C, D, and an E. Yeah. So in this case, you might get a wave 4 over there, and then we drop down. Why? Because we didn't took the invalidation of the bearish, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, or 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So yeah, the thing's still, of course, showing some potential for lower prices, guys. So we're not yet relieved for bullish and so on. I already mentioned this also in every single video. So yeah, basically right now on the micro level, we are looking here at something also an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is obviously 3 ways down. Can it be something as W, X, and a Y, or double 1, 2 here? Well, that will be crazy. So double 1, 2, meaning A, B, and a C here for wave 2 as an expanding flat, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. So that means, of course, even lower prices might be unfolding for this wave D. Now, on the 15-minute chart, we see a little bit higher prices, right? But basically, you can call this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This wave 2 is unfolding. Now we see, of course, a potential wave C, or is it a wave 1? So this is a question mark right now. So are we in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, or are we in an A, B, and a C? How do we know? As following. So if we take, of course, the fib levels here, taken from the A to the B, and we push for a zigzag here. So the 1-to-1 fib level has to be watched. It's the key level here, right? So it's the key level. Plus, don't forget that you're finishing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So very, very likely that, yeah, there's going to be a zigzag and that we might, of course, rebound toward the downside here. So we have to be careful with this, guys. If we break it for higher, then okay, we start to get much more higher possibility for a wave 3 over there. We'll see what's going to happen. All right, that was for SUI. Let's go for render and start also on the daily here for render. So for render, we are looking here also at a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a wave A. A, B, C in a wave B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave C, which it has finished, of course, a zigzag in 3 ways, wave A. Currently, for render, we had, of course, 3 ways downward. After, we got, of course, a triangle, which is still corrective and, of course, showing a potential for a drop down. Now, the drop, we got it. We got, of course, the lower prices, but I believe that we might still range until this area to reach the time, because the time is required, of course, to finish the structure. right? Which is of course separated with the triangle. So the timing is very essential. 0.618 at least is gonna be taken, and then moving toward the upside. Not necessarily even to take the low. Simply finishing W, X, and a Y in any form over there can be very likely, guys. Okay, so it can be ABC, it can be something like a triangle, which I doubt it because you got already a triangle. So flat or a zigzag, one of these scenarios. All right, guys. So, yeah, basically this is what I'm looking for render. Still looking for lower on the daily. If we move to the micro level as well. So for the micro level, yeah, we did not get out or break out of this triangle. We're still, of course, in the triangle A, B, C, D, and E, and we might still be in double 1, 2 here, of course, after the impulsive move here where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And currently on the 15-minute chart, if we dive inside it, okay, we gotta be careful. So if you have here invalidation, of course, of the bearish, in case you are impulsive downward, and in case that we are in double 1, 2 here, and you're looking for a wave 3 to be unfolding 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. 1 to 1 fib level, I think, is also very, very close. And of course, based on this wave B, which is very long, I think it is a wave B, and we're very close to finish this impulse. Therefore, at 1 to 1 fib level, unless of course we break it. If we break it, therefore, yeah, we might be of course looking here for something else. So I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as well, and then of course 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5 in your white scenario. Yeah, so these are the possibilities right now for render, and that because of course the triangle is done and finished, and we might drop down. By the way, for Sui, I passed this, guys, so if you're watching also both, so I have to put here also a potential 1, 2, and then this is your wave 3 unfinished, 4 and a 5, of course, in a gray, and then another 1, 2 here, 3, 4 and a 5 in the white. Okay, so also to be watched in case, of course, we are looking for bearish here. All right. That was it for SUI and render. Let's move for FET. So for FET as well, we're going to see what's going on in FET. I know it was very weak lately, but we saw kind of like impulsive wave here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, W, X, and a Y because, of course, of 3 waves, meaning this is considered as zigzag where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave C, wave A, B, C, right? So 3 waves finished, and you are here potentially in a wave A. You're looking for 3 waves down, right? Followed by a triangle, meaning we drop down, and we did. Now, we still see, of course, further lower prices, which it might still be unfolding to, of course, cover the time required for wave C. That doesn't mean that we're gonna keep dropping, guys. Of course, somewhere we're gonna rebound and then drop down later on and then moving up. Yeah, so this is what's gonna happen exactly, and it's gonna be complex. Okay, it's gonna be an A, B, and a C somehow like this. So on the lower time frame, we can see clearly an impulse finished here. So I can count somehow a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 kind of like finished there. Now we see a rebound as expected for FET, and we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then followed by another impulse, which is kind of like an ABC here, and that because you took the low, definitely. So guys, we drop down again. All right, so we continue the drop. It's not really yet strong enough, and that because this is an A, B, and a C, right? Unless, of course, it can be one possibility still. If this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and that means, of course, what you would like to see to make sure that you are bullish here and not bearish, that means you would like to take this high, meaning confirmation for higher prices is exactly at 0.28. Yep, so these are the possibilities. Now, if we drop down, what it might be the case? Well, the case might be a 1, 2 here, and then 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 5, meaning it might still take the low. So we got to be careful, of course, with FET. Fundamentally also and technically still not showing really strong strength unless we take this confirmation for higher. That was it for Sui, Render, and FET. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.